Hi, thank you for tuning in to the Patricia Show. Hi, my name is Patricia. Please don't forget to press subscribe, like, and share. So now this is part two of why do we have to struggle with different things in our life or different areas in our life. If we knew the cosmic law that God has set up for that condition, whatever it might be, we wouldn't have to struggle. When you struggle in life is because you are going against the flow of God. You are not flowing in harmony with God, and that's why you're struggling. So now this week we're going to do money. What are some of the laws about money? Now, whether you believe in universal laws or not, it really doesn't matter because that just when you don't believe in something, that doesn't mean it doesn't uh, work or there's no truth to it. It just means you don't believe in it. But it still applies to your life. So these universal laws have already been set up by the Creator. And if you go against them, you are going to struggle in life. If you flow with these universal laws, you'll have, now we're talking about wealth, money, so you'll have money. So now, a few of these universal laws are money is energy, okay? So that's what you first need to know. You think of money that is outside of you, and you're calling it into your world because it's separate from you. And that's just not correct. Money is one with you. Money is energy. It is in you. Once you get the belief that money is always flows to you no matter what, once you make that belief solid in you that money flows to me no matter what, it's going to always flow to you. Even if money changes forms, it'll still flow to you. Like for what I mean by changing forms, back in the day, I guess they had money had crashed, the markets had crashed, and so they weren't using dollar bills for money. They were at one point I know they were changing which called bartering, and so they were using shoes at one point. If you wanted to buy something, you produced a pair of shoes, and I guess you could get it. Because that was what they were using for money in the bartering. When they needed to bar, they used shoes. Okay, so that's what I mean. If we go back to that time where money is no good, and let's say you had some bobby pins, and that they were using bobby pins in the form of money. When you have that clearly set into you as a belief that you're going to have money no matter what shape it takes, even you'll have a lot of bobby pins. You see what I'm saying? Whatever money is, you will have a lot of it. So just because it changes its form from paper money, maybe it'll even change to coin money, you still will have a lot of it. Maybe it'll change back and go back to the shoes as bartering. You'll still have a lot of that. You see what I mean? Once that belief is set in you that you will always have money. Now, my advice to you, if you want, you do the affirmations that I give you, the different affirmations, to draw money to you. Because you want to have a certain amount of money within 90 days. And so that's why you do those affirmations that I give you. But now I'm going to tell you this. If you do an affirmation and get that affirmation so deeply embedded in you about money, and money always flows to you, you'll never ever have to do any more affirmations again, because it will then become true in your world that money always flows to you. So these affirmations, I'm going to give you a few of them. These are the ones you can use if you want money to. You have to use them, set them so that you really believe them, and then you won't ever have to do any more affirmations about money. So one that you could start off doing is money always flows to me in an abundance. You could do that one. Money always flows to me in abundance. You can also say there is an abundance of spiritual substance. Now, this one you should understand off the bat, that this one is definitely true, because I just told you that money is energy, and so money is energy, and it's some people will even refer to it as living substance. Energy, living substance is the same thing. But money is that energy and that living substance. There's not a shortage of any type of living substance on this earth or in the universe, because we are created from living substance, okay? And so, which is energy. And so, how can there be a shortage? Just think of it in terms of energy. Is there a shortage of energy? No, there can never be a shortage of energy. So what you're saying is there's an abundance of spiritual substance, which is energy. So how can there ever be a shortage? They can't. When that beliefs get really embedded in you, you'll never want for money again. So you could say there is an abundance of spiritual substance. Now, if you want this to come, like for instance, if you need money right now, but you want it for long term too, for the future too, you can start. Okay, so what you're going to do is you'll say in the daytime, you'll say money flows to me, and you'll say this in the daytime. There is an abundance of spiritual substance. And then at night, because I need you to shift quickly from lack to abundance, you'll say wealth. Now, the wealth you'll say as you're going, it's the same wealth that I had given the instructions earlier on in my show, when I first started the show. So at nighttime, you'll say it like a lullaby as you're falling off to sleep. Wealth, wealth, wealth. Just say it like that. You cannot miss a night. If you miss a night, you have to start over until you can get through 21 days without missing a night. Just saying wealth, 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 and go to sleep like, say that and then go off like go, and you say it like a lullaby and then go on to sleep. Now, in the daytime, you would say there is an abundance of spiritual substance, okay? Now, if you're not in a big hurry for the money, and you're not in a big hurry to see, to make that shift, because you're not going to get the money until the shift is made. So if you're not in a big hurry to make that shift, or to, or to get the money like right away, what you could do is at nighttime, you could just, because if you're a person that you don't want to be saying affirmations during the day, and remember, you don't have to say them out loud, you could say them in your mind. But let's just say you don't want to. You don't want to say I'm doing the day. You lazy and just don't want to say I'm doing the day. So at nighttime, you would say, as you go off to sleep, say this like a lullaby, there is an abundance of spiritual substance. That's all. Now, I'm probably going to have to make another audio on why we struggle, because I got into these affirmations, and so I just left that alone. So I'm going to make you another tape to explain to you why you're struggling financially. Okay, so at nighttime, I want to tell you this. When I did this affirmation one time, one time I had did this affirmation, and I didn't do anything during the day. So I call this like a lazy man affirmation, when you just say it at night and that's it. And you're not, you don't care how long it takes. You're not trying to get it within 90 days. You just want to say it and get it embedded in your mind. So I started saying there's an abundance of spiritual substance at nighttime only, and I didn't say anything in the daytime. Do you know, in about 30 days, really, I looked up and my life had changed. It's like it's really like it just sneaked up on me. It all happened so natural. I had got a job doing patient care, home care, that paid a lot of money. And then every Sunday at this time, I had started going to the shopping every Sunday. I would go shopping and buy me a designer purse. So we talking a purse would be between $1,000 and $2,000. And so I would go get me a purse every single Sunday. Then I would go to the restaurant, give me something to eat, and then I would go to the show. And I just was doing that every Sunday. When I looked up after this 30 days, I had so many designer bags. My freezer I had a refrigerator. And then I had bought a freezer during this time. My refrigerator and my freezer was full of food. My clothes, I started buying more clothes. That had gotten full. So in other words, it didn't just affect my money. It affected everything in my life. Now, I thought it was just going to, when I first started doing it, I'm thinking it's just going to affect my money. But it didn't. When I sat down and thought about it, I thought, yeah, because I'm not saying bring me money. I'm saying bring me spiritual substance. But listen, spiritual substance is in everything. There is nothing that spiritual substance is not in. Because again, it's energy. It's in everything. It's in you. It's in your couch. It's in your food. It's in everything. So when you do that affirmation, there's an abundance of spiritual substance. You're not only going to notice a change in your money. You're going to notice a change in food, clothing. Everything is going to increase in your life. Okay? So you could do that affirmation. Or there's another one you could do, money flows to me in avalanches of abundance. So you could do that one. If you want to do that one just at night, you could do that one just at night. There's and you don't have to do one in the day. If you want to do one in the day and night, then you would say there's an abundance. You would say money flows to me in avalanches of abundance. And then at nighttime, you could say the same thing, or you could say wealth with it. And so do those and if you have an affirmation of your own, use the one you have. You don't have to use mine. Use the one you have. And you're going to see that money will begin to flow to you. So now you want to keep saying it until you believe this in your being, that money always flows to you. When you begin to believe, it might be 90 days, it might take you over 90 days to get that belief. But when you feel confidence that money always flows to me in an abundance, or spiritual substance is abundance in my life, when you feel that belief so ingrained in you, then stop the affirmation and go on and live your life, and it should continue like that. Never let your mind go on lack or limitation of any kind. Always keep your mind on abundance. And as long as you do that, you'll start producing abundance all the time. So, because I think it's really good that you get the beliefs there, so you won't have to keep doing this every year. But you can still set goals for yourself, like you want to make maybe you want to make $500,000 one year. Well, that's good to still set those goals. You want to do that, do affirmations for those particular goals that you set. But in the meantime, what I'm telling you right now, these affirmations will bring immediate money to you, but you also want to keep doing it so that it'll always, for the rest of your life, bring you money. Okay? So this tape started off being about why we struggle about money, but it ended up being affirmations, for permanent affirmations. So I'm going to do another one about why we struggle with money, why it's something that you're doing that's going against the laws of God, and that's why you're struggling for money. But anyway, good luck on these affirmations. Thank you for tuning in to the Patricia Show. Don't forget to press subscribe, share, and like.